next game last December, offering just a glimpse of what's in store for their celebrated franchise. Today, I am so excited to share the first full gameplay trailer for Monster Hunter Wilds.
Shut! Oh! Oh my God! Yes! Oh! Oh my God! I can't wait. Wait, what the fuck was that? Was that the? Oh my God! Are they doing story? Story? Oh, this. We hunted monsters! Oh my God! Wait, we're gonna have gameplay in this! Oh my God! Oh! I'm so excited. Plot? Yeah, who cares? We're here to hunt monsters. That's it. Oh my God, it looks so cool! Okay. That is the ugliest fucking thing I've ever seen. What the fuck is that? Oh, Slinger is back. Oh, Slinger is so fucking sick. The Slinger is the best thing that it has a grappling hook. This new riding thing is sick. I love the new armor. The default armor is sick, by the way. I just want to point that out. Oh my God, his gameplay. Oh my God, it's Monster Hunter. Oh my God, it's Monster Hunter. What? Oh no, he's got the tongue. Oh, I don't like his tongue. Ugh. Oh. Ugh. Oh my God, you can just ride that thing whenever? Wait, that's insane. That's so cool. Oh, you can swap. Oh my God, you can swap. You can attack while riding the thing. Oh my God, that's so cool. What is that? Wait, what the fuck? What? Huh? Oh, that's all. This is all new. That's all new.
I've selected you as a lead hunter for this expedition.
Thank you, sir.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm dying. I'm dying. I'm so excited. Oh. That's so good. I'm done. I'm dead. I'm dead. Like that is this. Oh. That is so cool. Okay, I need to see that Monster Hunter Wilds gameplay again. I need to see that Monster Hunter Wilds gameplay. Oh my God. Oh my God, it looks so fucking cool. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Also, can I need to listen.
As soon as we find a good spot, we can get things set up
Hot.
and ready to go. And then we can get started.
Hot.
This is gonna be great.
You bet.
Oh my God, wait.
And then we can get started. This is gonna be
The Palico talks. The Palico has a voice. Oh my God. I mean, Palicos talk in Monster Hunter. The cat guys do talk, but our Palico does not usually talk. Also, I guess we have a voice. I guess we like, because this guy is talking, right? He's participating in the story. I mean, this looks like they took Dragon's Dogma graphics, by the way, and like world graphics, and they just like upped it. So yeah, I guess.
I hope we find them soon.
I guess we have. So there is a plot, which is fine. But then I guess there's also like our character has a voice, which is great, by the way. I actually like that.
Incredible. I've never heard of a Karatnoth herd this big before. One of them's got big spikes on
I really like this new dragon thing as well. This is cool. It looks like seasons change as well. Like seasons are changing in this trailer, which I think shows that this might be open world. That was one thing that was circulating around, is that Wilds could be open world, and if it's an open world Monster Hunter game, that's sick. I love the Slinger. I'm so glad Slinger's back.
The sandstorm.
It's the best thing that came out of Worlds. I love this new dog, this dinosaur thing to ride. That's really cool.
Now commencing the hunt by order of the guild.
I like, yeah, it throws the body. This guy is crazy. He's like a frog alligator thing with his tongue. He's kind of gross. I don't like his tongue. But yeah, so he calls the thing and then he gets it to pick him up. That's really cool. That's so cool. I love how you swap him swapping to a different weapon, by the way, from the dinosaur thing. Right. This, don't know what this is. This looks sick. What is, like, oh my god. I don't know what this is, but it's so fucking cool. Oh,
Selected you as a lead
that's
hunter.
so cool. This
I've selected
instant
you as a lead hunter for this
sell me.
expedition.
Thank you.
Oh my god. I'm like so hyped, dude. Welcome back, Pat. So they showed Monster Hunter Wilds gameplay. It looks like Monster Hunter with stuff like this. I don't know what that is, but that's amazing. Oh my god. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Oh. Lock me the fuck in. I'm all in. I was already all in. I'm all in even harder. Oh, Breath of the Monster Hunter Wilds? Yeah. Basically. If it's open world, that's even better. Honestly, they showed 2 weapons and a dinosaur horse thing that you ride. And that's it. And that is still the sickest thing you could show me. Hey, everybody. Welcome back. This is Day 2 Joey here with more information about Monster Hunter Wilds. Rather than just do a basic live reaction, I wanted to go a little bit deeper and look at not only the website, but also the additional video that Capcom put out just after the presentation, basically. I want to take a quick look through all of this stuff, give my thoughts and impressions on everything that I am seeing, and just kind of share how excited I am for Monster Hunter Wilds. I think first things first, we'll look at the message from the developers of Monster Hunter Wilds, and then we'll take a look through the website and just give my thoughts and opinions on any of the things that I do see. Now, for context, I have seen both of these. I saw both these the previous night after I ended my stream, so I already did give them a bit of a look, but I want to give them a more in-depth look this time, and then we'll kind of go from there, and I'll give you my thoughts and what I'm hoping for with the rest of Monster Hunter Wilds. Now, for those that don't know as well, there is another new trailer coming out next week from this video. I believe it's going to be on the 7th. I might try and fact check that for myself in the editing part, but yeah, for Summer's Game Festival, Capcom has announced that they will be going, and they're going to be showing another new trailer from Wilds. I believe showing a brand new monster. Very excited for it. I think they mentioned it here. So once again, let's just quickly give this video a watch. It's only 6 minutes, and then we'll give the website a look. So let's get into the video.
モンスターハンターワイルズプロデューサーの辻本です。プレイステーションのデジタルイベントで最新のプロモーション映像を公開させていただきました。皆さん見ていただけたでしょうか。まだの方はぜひ見ていただけたらと思っております。
Yes, I've already seen the trailer a ton of times at this point. Very excited for it.
アートディレクターとエグゼクティブディレクターを務めている藤岡にも来てもらっていますので。
Once again, this is the director. For those that don't know, this is the director that was behind Monster Hunter World. Bringing him back for Wilds makes total sense. Really great choice. I think so. You know, these people, they put a lot of time and care into making Worlds a fantastic game, bringing it to the modern audience. So I think this is really great to have them back in the driver's seat.
ちょっとお二人から今どんな感じで作ってるかとか、皆さんにちょっとこういうところこだわってますよみたいな、ちょっと一言ずつでももらえたらと思いますので、じゃあ徳田の方から。
はい、プロモーション映像でも見ていただけたかと思うんですけれども、今回の環境がどんどん変化していて、
Yeah, so I did mention this. Seems like this is very much inspired by, I want to say, Monster Hunter Dose, which, if you don't know Monster Hunter 2, or Dose in Japan, that game we never got, but it did feature a season system where each map would change over seasons. So seems to be something they're trying to do with this one. I like the idea of it, but going for a harsh weather. I also like the idea that they're trying to create this seamless experience between gameplay and story. One thing that I do know is that for quests, for example, they're going to have seamless transition into a quest. If you find a monster, you can immediately start a quest essentially to hunt said monster. I think trying to get from action to story back into action and kind of create this really nice transition for players is what they want to do with Wilds, which is great. And yeah, so they're talking about the new amphibian monster. Looks really cool. You know, I'm a big fan of amphibians. I'm a big fan of a lot of the weirder types of monsters in Monster Hunter. We don't get them we don't get them that often. So very cool. I also like this new I want to say it's like almost like a lion, sort of lion bear mix thing. It's very ugly, but kind of appreciate that it is that. Yeah, it's very cool. I like how they're kind of all in a herd. You know, you have the pack leader, but then you have these smaller ones that aren't the leader, but you know, are also around. So that's pretty cool.
あと映像の中で、プレイヤーハンターがですね、ある生物生き物に乗って、移動してたんですけど、
they're talking about the new rideable thing.
あれはセクレトっていう生物で、
secret
パートナーになる
Cyrec?
生き物なんですけど、
Cyrec?
モンスターワールド同様、今回もいろんな
I don't know how it's said. I'm sure someone that knows it will say it.
自由に
But this looks really cool. I didn't really mention it in the live reaction, but it's very much a sort of an evolution on the Palamute, I think, with a lot of extra little bits and pieces, mainly to try and make the exploration stuff more free-flowing, and kind of also adds into the seamless combat aspect to it. I really like not only the ability to swap weapons, but being able to here that you're using it with ranged weapons on the mount. That's really cool. I think there's going to be some really cool stuff with it.
この前のプレイステーションのデジタルイベントでもお知らせがありましたけど、モンスターハンターワールドとアイス
And then they show, you know, Monster Hunter collab. Also, yeah, they mentioned here that the Palico and Hunter talks. I did notice this in the trailer. I'm very curious. I'm very excited for that aspect. I think giving the Hunter fully voiced lines for cutscenes kind of makes them a little bit more impactful to the narrative instead of just being awkwardly standing there when they're getting told cutscenes and whatnot. The Palico talking also makes sense. It was weird that the Palico didn't talk. Despite other Palicos talking, ours didn't talk in both Rise and in and World. Yeah, and they mentioned here Summer's Game Festival for the 7th, so that is next Friday. I will be doing a live reaction of that as well. Well, not a live reaction, but I'll be doing a reaction video of that as well. So look forward to that. I will be giving my thoughts and opinions on it. I'm very excited for this, though. I think they showed some really great stuff. This first trailer was phenomenal. Very excited. And yeah, the rest of this video, he's just giving over some of the upcoming stuff. He's talking about Monster Hunter Stories coming to everything with the remaster. And then he's also talks about, I believe Stories 2 is getting a port to PS5? Yeah, it's coming to PS5 the same day. Yeah. Okay, so the website is pretty much just kind of goes over into a bit more detail about certain things. So the first part is a living world. They're talking about how the world has an ever-changing climate and how it's supposed to really amplify this harsh environment, wildlife experience. One thing that I did notice, and I didn't mention at all, is it seems like not only will some monsters interact with the environment interacting with them, like the one lightning rod guy, these spiny dudes that have lightning strike them. But also you noticed how some monsters will just attack other little monsters. And in the trailer as well, there was that part where they were attacking that amphibian frog guy. How I think the raptor things here were attacking it and latching onto it. So it seems like that's going to be something that we might see a lot of in the game. I'm very interested to see that. I think it's going to be really cool to get that experience. So yeah, they have they mention here that they're going to be changing environments. So I really like this new the first region that they show. First part of this is each hunting locale features an environment with two dramatically changing identities. One in which the environment is harsh and unforgiving, where ravenous monsters fight for limited resources, and another in which the region is vibrant and brimming with life. Changes in the environment also means that for monsters and the wildlife that lives there, so you'll be running into new surprises around every corner. So this just seems to be something that we'll be seeing a lot in each of the potential environments that we come across. I like the idea that, you know, we'll see sort of the environment change between whenever we're exploring through it, between different quests and whatever. And that might also lead to certain unique things happening, you know, how we interact with those monsters. Maybe, you know, we fight them in this bright, vibrant area, and then suddenly we're in the middle of a sandstorm. I think that's going to be really cool and interesting to see how that plays out, especially when we get more zones throughout the game. I'm assuming that we're going to be getting more. I don't think, by the way, at this point that the game is going to be open world. At least from what I can see. It seems that this is not going to be an open world game. But yeah, this is like what I was mentioning here, how the monsters seem to be attacking the large monster. So in the Forbidden Lands, you'll encounter not only herds of some small monsters, some large monsters of the region may also form packs. Each group has its own place in the ecosystem with its own unique movements and behaviors. So this is something that I think would be really cool. The idea that you'll have maybe a couple of the big monsters forming these groups together. Maybe you have one big leader and then you just have a couple small guys like they show with this one new monster here. I think that's a really cool idea. I really hope they utilize that to its fullest, especially when they bring in more monsters. Maybe, for example, you know, for a random example, they bring like Yankaku back, and then they bring Yangaryuga, and they have these two sort of very similar monsters kind of form a group together, with the Yangaryuga being the pack leader and the Yankakus being the little the not leaders, you know? I think that's a cool idea, and I would like to see how they can kind of utilize that more. Obviously, we don't know too much more details about it because they only really showed this guy here. So, and with the other smaller ones, I don't know if they're labeled as anything different or how the game labels them, anything like that. The website doesn't really explain, but I'm excited to see it. They also go over here, the new mount, really looks cool. I really enjoy it. It's an animal mount with whose exceptional agility will provide the hunter with crucial support on hunts. We saw that come up a lot. It seems to be very fast. You can call it, even when you're downed, it seems, you can call it to get pick you up and kind of retreat quickly. I do like that in its own way. It's also going to be able to track the monster, so it kind of is replacing, for example, in World we had Scout Flies. Seems to be replacing that, and we're going to be able to track because of this thing. And it will take us to locations on the map. So that works similarly to how the Palamute worked as well, and how the World ride sharing thing worked. How you could get, I forget what it's called in World. I'm not even gonna look it up. But how you could call these little monsters and they would ride you to the location automatically while you were just like looking at crafting inventory or sharpening your weapon and stuff like that. You can also use the slinger on this, very cool, and certain items while mounting, allowing you to comfortably restore your health, sharpen your weapons, and even gather materials while on the move. I think that's great. You know, does not have that, keeps it sort of similar to how the Palamute is. You kind of just keep the action going. You're not just having to get off this to do certain things. I think that's great. It isn't just for travel, though, as you can also stash an extra weapon in its weapon sling, allowing you to switch between two weapons of your choice while out on hunts. There's not a ton of information about this. We just see in the trailer he swaps between a greatsword and a heavy bowgun, it looked like. I'm really interested to see how this exactly works. Can we bring only 2 different weapons, or can we bring 2 of the same weapon with just different types, like different versions of them? Like, can we bring 2 greatswords? Can we bring 2 bowguns? Can we bring, 2 light bowguns? Or does it have to be 2 different weapons? I'm excited to see it regardless. I'm assuming it's going to be just 2 any weapon. Going to be great. I think that's going to allow you to customize your hunts a little bit better, especially because sometimes you might need to swap. It's going to be really interesting to see how skills take advantage of this as well. Obviously, they have not gone into any details about the skill system, but I think it's going to be really important, especially if you're going to be able to swap weapons like this, and I think they want you to try and swap weapons to really experiment. I'm just wondering how the skill system's really going to change. Are we going to have more skill slots? Are we going to try and limit some of these skills down and get rid of some of that skill bloat that was kind of happening with World and Rise? However they do it, I'm excited to see regardless. So this is the Windward Plains. This is the first locale that they showed for the Forbidden Lands, which is the whole area that we're exploring. So I knew it was somewhere here. I just couldn't remember it. As a member of the research commission charged with investigating the Forbidden Lands, the Windward Plains is the first new hunting locale you'll visit. The plains are a diverse region filled with sandy deserts, swaying grasslands, twisting rock formations, and other natural wonders. And then we just have the 2 monsters of the Windward Plains here. Very cool new starting location. Reminds me a lot of, I believe it's 4U starting location. I like how it kind of has that desert locale as well. I think it's a really cool mix of different sort of similar ecosystems. I think this looks really cool. I'm really excited to see how it all kind of plays out and looks. Maybe we'll see a bit more of that in the next trailer for the Summer's Game Festival, maybe not. But regardless, I'm excited to see more. This is really cool, and any other new locations, if they're as cool as this, I think it's going to be great. So I will save the monsters to last, but let's also look at the hunting. So they do go over some of the new hunting stuff. So the hunting is bigger than ever. New moves, a huge variety of weapons and equipment, and more ways to use monsters and environments to your advantage. So they, again, only showed the first 2 weapons here. They showed the greatsword and the heavy bowgun. I think those are pretty good weapons to kind of showcase, especially if you have this weapon swapping mechanic. So they do share here that they are bringing back all 14 weapon types. Of course, I think you should just... This is the standard now. I feel like you can't really just not bring back a weapon anymore. New actions and moves for each weapon type will also help make the most of any situation during your hunts. I think that's going to be pretty obvious that they're going to probably update all the weapons. They kind of do this with every Monster Hunter game nowadays, it seems. Rise was the same thing. They added a lot of new stuff to each weapon to change them. I really want to hope, and I doubt it's going to happen, that we do see a new weapon type in this game. It's kind of the thing I've been wanting for since 4U, because, I really like the addition of both the Insect Glaive and the Charge Blade, but I do kind of want to see a new one, especially in the ranged category, because, we have the light bowgun, we have the heavy bowgun, and we have the bow, but I feel like there's more we could do with ranged weapons, and I would just really like to see what else they have cooking. I know that there's a couple weapons from Frontier, for example, that they could bring. I know that they've designed other weapons in the past as well, like, for example, the Palamute was originally supposed to be kind of a weapon, if I remember correctly. But I would like to see one. I don't know if they will. Maybe they will, but I think they're changing so many of the weapons already that I doubt they will be. But let's keep on going here. So this is the first thing that I did notice here is focus mode. So obviously I got pretty excited about this in the trailer. This is really cool. So focus mode allows you to aim your attacks and guard abilities. You can also use focus mode to pinpoint monster weaknesses, which can be targeted with special new attacks that will deal big damage. By making it easier to space yourself and aim your attacks during hunts, focus mode will make it easier for players of all stripes to get in on the hunting action. So obviously, this doesn't really... It's kind of hard to explain what this is. It seems like it's just going to be like a new move thing that you can do with each weapon. I'm assuming that this is just going to be like a button we activate. We go into focus mode or whatever, and then we can do certain moves out of focus mode. Basically, from what I'm gathering, that's how it's going to work. Maybe it's very different. Who knows? I'm excited to see others though. Focus mode looks really, really cool, and I think it's a cool idea to hype up the action. These moves are super meaty looking. They're super cool, and I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. And then they mention here that the Slinger is obviously back. It's the Slinger. If you played World, you know what the Slinger is. They did add the Hook Slinger part to this though. It's an evolution of that. I think it's cool. Being able to gather materials from a distance is really nice. The fact that you can use it while it's mounted as well, very huge. You can trigger, being able to still trigger environment objects and traps and stuff like that. It's great. I think it's a really great addition to have just a hook to the Slinger and lets you kind of keep riding the thing. Generally, again, I think the hope here was they want to let players keep moving. They don't want players to have to stop or feel like they need to slow down to collect things in the environment. This allows just the action to keep going, and I think that's pretty exciting. So the next thing here is the characters. So they do share some of the new characters here. You know, I said hot to both of these characters. Great character designs. I really like both of them. So obviously, we have a bunch of new ones. We have the Hunter here. So they do mention that the Hunter will be fully voice acted, if I remember correctly. And same with the Palico. You know, not much to say here. I'm very interested to see that our character will have an actual role in the story, because one of the big things with Monster Hunter in the past is usually you're just kind of the new hunter and you're just sent to a location and you just hunt things. You don't really have a character. So I'm very interested to see if this character if the hunter in this game will actually have sort of character arc or like personality or something like that. I'm very interested to see more about it. I also mentioned it, I think, in the reaction, but I really like this new Hunter outfit. I think this just looks absolutely freaking cool. Obviously, we see the Slinger on the arm there. Love it. Again, it looks super cool. I'm really hoping that the armor sets in this game are absolutely fire. But yeah, this looks cool. Someone pointed this out on Twitter, but the Palico's set looks like a ball sack. Why did they make him look like a ball sack? I don't know, but he's here. He's here. He's invaluable for hunting and moral support. So Alma, I believe is her name, the hunter's handler, one who manages monster hunt requests for missions and quests. She'll accompany you on quests and provide valuable knowledge and support. So obviously this is the new handler. She looks really cool. I really like her character design. She seems like she'll be really cool to have along, and I'm excited to see more about her and kind of see what kind of character she is. Gemma is the internet's favorite. She's the smithy for the research commission. She'll take care of all your weapons and armor. We're gonna see her a ton because, again, smithy. She has really great character design. I did notice that she has the Yanku plushie here. I believe it's a reference to another Monster Hunter game or something. Very cool. I don't know what else to say. She has a great killer design. I'm excited to see more. She seemed like a cool character. Both these two seem really cool, and I'm excited to have them both along on the journey. And then we have the boy. Yeah, I don't know too much. He's just a mysterious boy. He looks cool, I guess, and he's probably important to the story. He seems to be carrying this monster scale or something like that on his necklace. It seems like it's important to something. But yeah, I'm excited to see where this kind of goes here. That's all we got for characters, but yeah, some strong starts on that. And the final thing to show off on the website is the monsters. So, you know, they just showed 2 monsters, so that's all there is on here. Obviously, we have Dashaguma, or something like that. He's a rugged, territorial fanged beast that exhibits aggressive disposition and inhabits a large range, sometimes observed in large packs. We saw him in a pack of 3, including themselves. You know, they're on the Windward Plains. They seem to be very relentless and aggressive followers, and will hunt you down and bully the hunter, I think, early on. I kind of like it. I think it's very ugly of a character design. I have no idea where its eyes are, for example, but maybe these are the eyes. I don't know, but yeah, I think it's a cool like starting monster that you can kind of hunt and deal with. So very cool. And obviously we have Carpa or something like that. Yeah, a large amphibian that uses adhesive qualities of their saliva to fix stone to their forearms in order to power up their attacks. Very cool. Very cool. We see this in the trailer. He seems to, be able to stumble the hunter and all that jazz. Yeah, I dig it a lot. I really hope, again, I mentioned this earlier, I really hope, again, we see more of those weirder monster types we don't get a lot in Monster Hunter. We don't get a lot of, for example, we don't get a lot of snakes, we don't get a lot of the insect monsters, we don't get a lot of certain, even bird monsters we don't get a ton of. So I'd like to see more of those in Wilds. I think a lot of people, including myself included, are kind of getting maybe a little sick of just flying wyverns and, elder dragons and just more wyverns and dragons. I'd like to see more unique things from Monster Hunter because there is really cool monster designs out there. But yeah, the first two monsters are great. I think they both are great introductions to Wilds, and overall, I'm beyond excited. I think Wilds is going to be a ton of fun. I can't wait to see what that new monster that they're going to be showing off at the Summers Game Festival is. Maybe they'll show a bit more information. If I had to make a prediction, just a wild prediction, I think we'll probably be seeing this game sometime in April or May next year. Monster Hunter Rise, and I believe even Worlds kind of were around early New Year's, usually because that's the end of the quarter for Capcom, so they want to put out a big game to have bolster their quarter. So expect this probably to be in the same ballpark as that, unless this game is like way far off, but I doubt it. Capcom usually doesn't have their games, be that far off when they announce them. So yeah, very excited for Monster Hunter Wilds. I cannot wait. Everything we've seen thus far is really, really cool. What I'm hoping is that we will start seeing some more new stuff, especially seeing the other weapons and, seeing more of the locations and some of the more monsters. One thing I really hope they don't do this time, like they did with Monster Hunter Sunbreak and Monster Hunter Rise, for example, is show too much. That was kind of the biggest letdown of those games, is that they kind of just show a lot, and this is a Capcom flaw in general. They did this with Dragon's Dogma 2, for example, where Capcom will show a ton of stuff about the game, and then you'll get people excited and hyped because it's like, oh, well, there's so much stuff, and what haven't we seen? And then we get in the game and that's everything they showed. So I really hope that they have some kind of restraint this time. I really hope that they hold back, they just kind of show some really cool stuff, and then they let us kind of discover the rest of it, because I think that's a lot of fun, and I think that would really help the game sort of hit its stride. And I'm excited for this game to come out. I love Monster Hunter, and I hope you guys do too. And thank you for watching the video. This is it. I'm sorry about the lack of content for the last while here. It's been not intentional. But hopefully you guys will be seeing me a little bit soon. Well, other than, the reaction video next week, hopefully. But that is for another time. So thank you all so much once again for watching. I appreciate all of you for sticking around and checking out the video. And until the next one, have yourselves a damn good one. And ciao for now. Bye.